Prince, let me ask you, I want to go to Twitter. You know, we just had this explosive, there have been revelations here over the last couple of weeks. And early in the show, as you guys saw, we celebrated Mike Lindell returning to Twitter, and he's a big player on Getter. And, of course, we're exclusively on Getter, the show and everything we do. And we love Getter. But can Twitter, you know, had Matt Taibbi just come out about 80 FBI agents were doing surveillance of American citizens, which is totally illegal. Can Twitter really be a free platform until Miles Guo? I mean, Miles Guo, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think is the first person ever to be banned back in 2017. And if you think about it, and this is even for people who don't like Miles Guo. If you look at what Miles Guo has told the American people about the CCP, if you look at everything he said about the virus, all the information he's put out, should the next person that gets back on Twitter, should it be Miles Guo? Should Elon Musk and his team focus on Miles Guo and to let Miles Guo have his Twitter account back, which was, I think, the first guy ever permanently banned back in 2016 or 2017. Prince, I want to go to you first and then to Nicole.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bannon. And I think that is a great question. But first of all, I would like to say, in my personal opinion, that Twitter is a ship. It's a ship that has sunk too much. It's too broken to be fixed, right? And even if they reinstated Miles Guo, I am not sure Mr. Miles Guo would even go back after the horrible treatment that Twitter has placed and the censorship against Chinese dissidents. And, you know, the Stanford Cyber Institute actually did a study that from 2017 to 2020, Mr. Miles Guo was the most attacked person on the entire internet across 6 billion people worldwide. And that was data from 2020. So we're now here at 2022. Miles Guo is the biggest truth teller to the entire world because he was the first one who exposed to America what the Chinese Communist Party is doing here. And he laid out pretty simple, right? He said, look, we used to fight with rocks, fists, right? Then there was rocket, then was guns. Now the CCP is waging an unrestricted warfare. And primary among those is media infiltration. And they're, you know, obviously traditional news outlet, you know, CNN and whatnot, but they are primarily, you know, really focused on the Twitter and all these other social media outlets because that's where millennials are. That's where Gen Z are. That's where the future is. And, you know, if anything, I thought of this great quote the other day, and I want to relay now. A man who only consumes fast food, right, might become fat and obese. Yeah. But a man who only consumes mainstream media is going to become arrogant yet ignorant. So that is my answer to you. Thank you, Steve.
Well, by the way, Prince, I agree 100%. I mean, I've never had an account on Twitter, and we will never go back on the war room or anything like that. We're 100% Getter. The Getter interaction, the community we built in Getter, our followers in Getter are too special to us. I don't want to get into the toxic environment. I'm watching Twitter for the exposure of the American administrative state and also the CCP, because you're going to find the CCP, they've had intelligence officers there. They even admitted they had Ministry of State security people.